Greetings world, my name is Yusuf Muhammad, Yam's Creation on social networks. I pray that your day is going well. Today is February 11th, the 11th day of my Rare Black History Facts. I wanted to continue on with the Bay that I was on before, but instead of the Black American entrepreneurs, I just wanted to deal with Black achievements in entrepreneurship. So you may be asking why I have these Jordans sitting right here on this table. Today I wanted to focus on the shoe industry and how this Black man right here, with his mind, was able to help the shoe industry mass produce shoes.
Sometimes the greatest inventions are those which simplify necessary tasks. Such is the case with Jan Matzelinger, the man who made it possible for ordinary citizens to purchase shoes. Jan Ernest Matzelinger, born September 15, 1852, was a revolutionary in the shoe industry with the invention of the lasting machine. Matzelinger was born on a coffee plantation in Dutch Guyana. His father was a third-generation Dutch master of German that owned and operated the colonial shipworks that had been in his family for 3 generations. Matzlinger's mother was a house slave of African descent who lived on the plantation which his father was the owner for a time. At the age of 10, Mr. Matzelinger began working in the company where he demonstrated a natural aptitude for machinery and mechanics. He left Dutch Guyana at the age of 19 and worked as a mechanic on a Dutch East Indies merchant ship for several years, before settling in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where he first learned of the shoe trade. By 1877, he spoke adequate English as Dutch was his native tongue. He then moved to Massachusetts to pursue his interest in the shoe industry. After a while, he went to work in the Harney Brothers shoe factory. At the time, no machine could attach the upper part of a shoe to the sole. This had to be done manually by a hand lacer. A skilled one could only produce 50 pairs of shoes in a 10-hour day. A little history. In the early days of shoemaking, shoes were made mainly by hand. For proper fit, the customer's feet had to be duplicated in size and form by creating a stone or wooden mold called a lathe, from which the shoes were sized and shaped. Since the greatest difficulty in shoemaking was the actual assembly of the soles to the upper shoe, it required great skills to tack and sew the two components together. It was thought that such intricate work could only be done by skilled human hands. As a result, this phase was not yet mechanicized, and shoe latchers had great power over the shoe industry. For example, they would hold work stoppages without regards for other fellow workers' desire, resulting in long periods of unemployment for others. After 5 years of working in the shoe factory, Mr. Matzelinger came up with the idea for a mechanicized laster. He obtained a patent for his invention in 1883. His machine could produce 150 to 700 pairs of shoes a day, cutting shoe prices across the nation in half. He sacrificed his health though, working exhausting hours on his invention and not eating over long periods of time. He caught a cold which quickly developed into tuberculosis. His early death in Lynn, Massachusetts from tuberculosis meant he never saw the full profit of his invention. He died on August 24, 1889, 3 weeks shy of his 37th birthday. Jan Ernest Matzelinger's invention was perhaps the most important invention and the greatest step forward in the shoe industry. However, because of the color of his skin, he was not mentioned in history books until recently.
Again, my name is Yusuf Muhammad, Yam's Creation on social networks. I pray that you liked today's video and found out more information that how we as Black people help with the advancement of the shoe industry. Again, if you're Yusuf Muhammad, have a blessed day. Peace.